Hi, it's me again with 50 and Fledgling, and today I want to talk about handling change, managing change. How do you experience change? I think we've all heard the phrase that the only constant in life is change, but it's a big thing. That might be a small word, but handling change in our lives is very different. And it's sure as the sun rises, you will experience change. It can be from the very small, like today. I started doing my walks on my own. My hubby is back in office, has to be in situ for a couple of his projects. And it could be as simple as the weather. You had an outdoor activity planned and the weather is not cooperating. Or it could be life adjusting change, the death of a partner, or losing a job, or losing your home to the bank, or illness of yourself, a family member. Change is the one constant, and it's often one of the things we resist because as humans, we are creatures of habit. We get used to how things are. We plan. We look for a certain predictability. We look to establish a routine so that we feel stable, we feel comfortable, we feel in control. And change seems to just rip that all to shreds or interrupt that. And sometimes we spend a lot of time resisting change. Resisting to realize that, okay, this I have to just face it and take it on. And for me in my life, there's been a lot of change. Growing up in a single parent home, there's no such thing as predictability. Things can change very quickly for the family. Circumstances that were quickly evaporate and they're no longer, and you have to adjust. So as a child, I experienced quite a bit of change. And I don't know at that age that you ponder it and all of that, but you just tend to roll along and you follow what the adults do. How the adults handle that situation determines more how the child will adjust to that situation. And I don't remember any of these drastic changes affecting me so much as a child that I felt my foundation rumble. I think probably the biggest was when we had to change what was our long-standing home and we had to move very suddenly. And then as an adult, there's a lot of change. When you go away to study, it's changing where you live, changing the things that you're used to. And I remember I did that twice to get my undergraduate degree and then to get my master's degree. And I thought that when I went for my master's degree, it would be simple. I had done this before, but it was a very different experience. It was a very different change because I traveled across the ocean to get to England, and things there were very different. The weather was very different. People are different. The course of study and the way studies are pursued is different. I was older. And so sometimes we just suck it up and we say, well, you know, you have to go through this. And I am sure there have been times that I've resisted change, or I have tried to cling to what was because of the security it offered, or because of you haven't gotten used to it, or it was working well for you. Well, it's not working well anymore. It's time to change, huh? And I think as I started doing my coaching and my training in communications, I noticed that one of the lessons that I was imparting there could be quite helpful for you in handling change and in assessing how you're going to handle a change. And you can ask yourself two questions. What's in this for me? And how will this hurt me? So the WIFM, what's in it for me? And the WIM, will it hurt me? And once you've made those assessments, You are better able to say, okay, if this is what is in it for me, then I can focus on that and try to capitalize on that rather than fight to keep things the same. And if I can ascertain how it will hurt me, then I can make plans, I can make adjustments, I can determine, is this a long-term hurt or is it a short-term hurt for greater benefit? If it's a long-term hurt, where do I have to adjust? What do I have to look at differently or approach differently? What things do I have to learn to do differently? For example, the loss of a partner in your life, that's a huge change with a lot of hurt. And there's a lot to work through there. And it may look like there's not a lot of wisdom in that. What's in this for me? And that may be hard to find. What is the new path in this for me? And so, as a communications specialist, as somebody who does communications coaching, I'd like to say that a bit of that coaching could work well for handling change. What's in it for me? Determine that. And will it hurt me? How will this hurt me? So the whim and the whim. Will it hurt me? What's in it for me? And then from there, you will have a stronger foundation to maybe step forward or to make plans and strategies for how you're going to go about this. So change, handling change. What's in it for me? Will it hurt me? And then you might just end up on the right side of that change. Less time fighting it, more time figuring out how to adjust. Well, adjust your day for whatever change you experience and enjoy.